some of the main facts about DFS and BFS, where we can use some of the problems where we can use DFS and BFS. BFS and DFS can be used to check the connectivity and acyclicity of a graph. Sometimes the graph is not connected, means between two vertices there is no a single path or multiple path. If between two nodes, if there is no path, that is called as not connected. You have to check whether there is a connectivity is there or not. That can be done by both of this algorithm. Acyclicity. Acyclicity means sometimes we have to check in some algorithms we have to need there is a cycle between vertices. For example, see, if this is the node, I have to check whether there is a cycle here. Starting from here, go to next nodes and reach back here. I want to check for the cycle. Such cycle I have to check. That is called as acyclicity. If there is a cycle or maybe not a cycle, that I need. That can be done by acyclicity. Then articulation points. DFS can be used here. Only the DFS can be used finding the articulation point, but using BFS we can't find the articulation point. Okay, in BFS we cannot find the articulation point. What is the meaning of articulation point? If some graphs are given like this way, some graphs are given, here like this way. Now I have to find out some edges. Okay, if you remove that edge, it will disjoint that graph into different part. Such points are available or not, such edges are available or not, I have to check. In graph I want to check if some edges are available. If you remove that edges, it will convert that graph into disjoint edges graphs. Such points are called as articulation points. This is the example here. Okay, such points I have to find out with the help of DFS. Then BFS can be used for finding the path with the fewest number of edges. Okay, fewest number of edges. Now see, between this node and this node, I want to identify the minimum number of edges the path contains. There are many paths are available between this source and this source. Now this may be the one path, this may be the another path, this may be the another path. Okay, there are so many different paths are available, but I have to identify the path which is containing less number of edges. That can be identified by BFS here. Path with the fewest number of edges. Such algorithms are very useful in routers in the network. Okay. Now what are the difference between DFS and DFS? As a data structure point of view, in DFS we are using a stack as a data structure, but in BFS we are using a queue as a data structure. In DFS the number of vertex ordering is done by 2 ordering, whereas the number of vertex order is done by in BFS by 1 ordering. The edges we are used in the DFS are either tree and back edges. In BFS we are using tree as well as cross edges. Tree edges are represented by solid lines. Back edges or cross edges are actually represented by dotted line in the tree structure. What are the applications of this DFS? Connectivity, acyclicity, articulation point. These are the applications of DFS. We are using DFS in these applications. And BFS, we are using connectivity, again acyclicity, as well as minimum edge path. In this situation, we are using BFS. If you use the adjacency matrix, the efficiency of the DFSs and BFSs same as big theta, the number of vertex square. And the efficiency of adjacency list is same for both theta, number of vertex plus number of edges. Okay, both are same in the BFS and DFS. This is about the difference between DFS and BFS.